Where to? This I did not know.
These days, they're brained, all of them. Ow! Shit. Got a problem. What in the... You bold, Ray boy.
Oh, move on.
So, how'd it go with this thing? I was fluffing about minding my own business, but suddenly... Oh!
You look familiar.
What village are you from?
Realise it's intimidating those locals. Not arrived yet.
What are you doing?
Succubus.
Not enough time already.
Raise my will to live.
There's been a misunderstanding. You're here too early.
We agreed to meet today, so we've come today. Supplies are all hauled in and the crew's raring to work. We'll start just as soon as our lovely directress gets round to deciding on the decoration.
But Dandelion doesn't even have the coin to pay you.
Turns out he does now, or soon will. At any rate, he's working on it.
See, it's all peachy. So will you finally decide what style you want for this interior?
What are our choices?
Master Dandelion said he was torn between boudoir style and theatre decor. Promised to let us know his choice as soon as we arrived. Now we're here, but no decision's been made. And the lady's horribly surprised she's to choose. Though apparently this whole renovation's for her sake.
For me?
Well, it's not for me. Now, would you please decide for I bust a vessel?
I've no idea what Dandelion will like. Get out. You've known him longer. Say something.
Sure, I've known him longer, but he's never so much as changed his socks for me. Never mind commissioning a full-blown renovation. He's doing this for you, clearly. You should decide.
Both our lives have revolved around the stage, and cabaret's a form of theatre, in a way. Fine. Let's do the theatre decor. I certainly hope it'll be to his liking.
A wonderful choice it is. At last. Gentlemen, you're done lollygagging. Get to work.
Well, well. Guess this cabaret's the real thing.
Ever since Dandelion inherited this place, he's talked about it constantly. I just never expected him to take action. And so quickly.
Who knows? Might even settle down now. He'll have to keep an eye on the business. Who would have known?
Despite what people say about him, Dandelion approaches life very rationally.
True enough. Adheres to the principle that a life enjoyed is a life well lived.
You needn't mock.
I'm not. I mean that. Nothing wrong with the principle. Dandelion just knows how to enjoy life. It's a good thing.
Dandelion can also be responsible. He always pays anyone who works for him on time, and he's never missed a performance.
Sure hope your opening won't be the first. He's still not here.
Well, He said as soon as he got the coin, he'd go see Polly, our choreographer. She's missed the last few rehearsals. I certainly hope he's not gotten into trouble.
Anything's possible with Dandelion. Let me see if I can't find him.
Black ones, Jordanians, long as they pay and don't hit. Hey, handsome.
Oh, Witcher.
Temple Guard let even you into the city.
Hey there, handsome.
Trouble?
Duty calls.
I know you from somewhere.
Those children.
Polly, everything all right? Open up! Who's just talking?
What's the ruckus about?
Polly and her half-brained fiancé. They're fighting. She's the only one in this town who knows anything about choreography, and that lummox won't let her work for me. Hold on.
We were, but you didn't show.
Priscilla started worrying about me? That's so nice.
Less for her than for...
Did you not hear what's going on in there?
No idea. Stand back. I'll break the door down.
Wait! Do we have to destroy her house?
How would you know?
It's not as if we started work.
You'd visit her?
I'd hide out here while Priscilla and Polly rehearsed at the Rosemary and Thyme. They worked on the dance numbers. I composed.
So, Polly's not one of...
I never mix business and...
The one exception being...
Who you were just saying...
Fine, but...
Damn it. Find anything?
Not here.
Damn it.
The key.
Whoa! What the devil's this? Get out of my house!
Watch it, and leave the woman alone.
What the... She's my betrothed.
But I'm not your property.
I love her. I'll not let her sway her ass in his brothel.
Whoa, slow down there a minute. This is clearly one gigantic misunderstanding. One I can clear up in the blink of an eye.
Shove your excuses up your ass. Shut off, or I'll split your skull.
My friend asked you nicely, so please be courteous in return and hear him out, or we'll settle this another way.
All right, talk.
Hubio, right? Polly's told me so much about you. She said you're erudite and have an open mind.
You said that? Well, there's a truth to it. My mind's the open salt, but its open saltiness ends when my betrothed starts wagging her ass around brothels. Get out of here, both of yous. Polly's not going anywhere.
Let him finish. There's no brothel involved.
You see, friend, Geralt just hit the nail on the head. For what you have there is the old publicity placard.
Old?
Very. From a time when my establishment was under different management. I, however, would never let any indecency take place in my cabaret. My very reputation precludes it.
So, what's all this about?
Your betrothed is a first-class artiste, and I want to offer her a position worthy of her talents. She's to be my choreographer, and that in turn means she'll receive a share of the proceeds from every performance she choreographs.
You mean to say... coin?
And fame. No flirting required. You have my word.
Suppose... in that case...
I knew you'd agree.
It's settled then. See you at the Rosemary, Polly.
Well, I'm off.
I'll catch up to you. Whew. Never expected that to go so well.
You handled it well, Dandelion. Man was body in your hands once you called him erudite.
In negotiation, as in combat,
So, time.
I've still got to stop by Rotlegs. Commission some new placard.
Who's Rotleg?
Never heard of him?
Commissioned a portrait of...
Henry's an old friend, and I decided we needed new
I'll go see Rotleg.
Really?
No, said that...
Portside.
See you soon.
You or you dead?
Oi, cock up!
Looking for Rotleg.
You ain't alone. Damn halfling's in debt to half the city, but I'm here to scrape mine before the carcass is picked clean.
There's not enough for everyone, so bugger off. Feeding time's first come, first served.
Take what you want. I'm just here for some placards.
You deaf? Didn't you hear me? This is all mine now. Fuck off, freak.
And here I thought we'd resolve this peacefully.
Regret this, mutant. Don't know how much Rotling owes. Want to get something back? Try the Vagelbud estate.
But finding me proved no simple task, for having fallen afoul of Novigrad's underworld bosses, I'd disappeared. Yet Geralt soon discovered my whereabouts, a cell in the dungeon of the Temple Guard. With the help of our friends, Geralt managed to free me. Good thing, too, for indeed I knew what had happened to Ciri. Sadly, she was no longer in Novigrad. Pursued by bandits, then cornered by the Temple Guard, she had disappeared in a flash of light and a gust of heat. Where to? This I did not know.
Others won't hassle you. Your average
Eternal fire protects us. Gives monsters the shits. Double chase. Elven blood, eh?
Molly, everything all right? Open up!
And I thought you'd stop drinking with your mates. Right out of my mouth.
What's
Pop. Oh.
last?
Wait!
Fine.
Find
Not
it.
here. Ah, the key. What?
But I'm...
What?
All right.
Who?
Well, get out.
Let.
You.
Oh,
Vic. On.
sup. You.
I well, I'm...
I'll. Whew.
You have.
In the.
So. Read now. See.
We can go in here, or at my place.
Look.
You ain't.
There's not enough.
Take.
You. Oh, you'll regret this, mutant.
What? Lost your nerve?
Tell me what you want, damn it!
Placards.
There ain't no plan.
And Rotlick.
Same place as all.
See? Wasn't that easy?
Beg your pardon?
No loitering round here.
By order of the hierarch, who
Not a headache.
Lingering like flies round shit and doing some honest work.
Come struck with awe. Behold, mad.
Wondering if I could take part in the...
If you've coined for the... Decide quickly, please.
I want a race.
Grand.
Geralt of Rivia, on Roach.
Excellent. You're a...
Competitors, saddle up! On 3! 1, 2, 3!
Come on.
Off you go!
Make friends with the bathhouse. It's what's wanted.
What if he stops sewing right? Try and
My
knock me
man
instead.
carries his pictures like you on his back.
Hear ye, hear ye! The final of the Erasmus Vegelbud Memorial Derby is...
Not bad. Yet we shouldn't kid ourselves. The competition was hardly stiff. Shall I sign you up for another? Their
family does...
But the house is for...
Any special rules?
They're as simple... Captured and displayed in the sideshow of a circus. Well, it could be quite profitable.
A new rider pulls into the lead.
Every time there's something...
You Rotlick?
Henri Rotlick, artist, painter, debtor.
Dandelion sent me.
Oh, yes. But tell him his placards are done and...
Think I might have run into one of them.
Then you knew. And now Count de Louverton has offered me the...
Generous.
De Louverton is not just any... One debt more.
What's there to worry about?
We've had a spell of bad luck.
Let's do this.
You're that good a rider?
Far from the worst.
Bailiff's a harsh man. Cause any trouble at the inn.
Thank you. I never expected this. May I ask to what I owe this generosity?
Let's just say I like to do a good...
I'll bring them to the Rosemary in time.
Fine. See you there.
Watch it.
Gods and men, done struck with awe.
What's doing?
Behold, madly galloping poetry.
Duty calls.
They hate you too, fat boy. Though I hope they won't admit such
Don't fret, that's
Start
Master
in...
Dan.
Told you, the piece is sad. Melon.
Well, well. See, the crew's been hard at work. Not bad.
I love it. Especially the, accoutrements on the wall.
Priscilla picked them.
Well, I must admit, you have great taste. What about Rotlick? Did you get the placards?
Rotlick said he'd bring them on his own. Should be here soon.
Great! The best way I can think of to promote the chameleon.
Never mentioned one.
Rosemary in Time wasn't all bad, but it conjured chameleons a lot better for a cabaret.
Guess everything's ready.
Soon. We start our dress rehearsal in an hour.
Thanks for everything.
Don't mention it.
Seems my cabaret dreams are about...
Why not?
That's my boy. The foreman mentioned he saw you and Priscilla talking.
He's all right.
And... she...
She said something that made me think she's not entirely normal.
What?
That you're responsible, got your feet planted firmly on the ground.
You're pulling my leg.
Not this time. One thing's eating me. How do you manage to get the loan from Sophronia?
Oh, wasn't easy. She got so excited about our performance, I had to read to her for 4 hours.
You mean you didn't...
Are you crazy? She's late, of course. She knew how important this night was to me.
Of course she did. Probably just making herself gorgeous. Takes time.
So it's true. A woman's vanity knows no bounds.
Master Dandelion! Priscilla, she's...
What? Speak, man.
She's badly, been
attacked? She's...
Of course. Let's go.
Gods. Priscilla. Is she gonna live?
I'd say that's certain. Her condition's critical but stable. Beg your pardon, but you are a relative?
Relative? No, a friend. A very close friend.
Dandelion, correct? She uttered the name in her few moments of lucidity. I am Joachim von Gratz, head of surgery. Until recently, a lecturer at Oxenfurt Academy.
Enough of the courtesies. What are her injuries, besides her eye?
A concussion, cranial swelling, incision into her larynx, and scalding inside the throat and esophagus. Clearly someone forced her to imbibe a caustic fluid.
Who could have done this?
That I do not know. I do, however, know she is not the perpetrator's first victim.
How can you know that?
I've seen wounds like this. They're not the kind one would forget, don't you agree? In fact...
No harm? You mean that might have happened to...
This is Novigrad, only...
Geralt, I know I owe you 100 times. Find him. And kill him.
Don't need any convincing. Come on, Dandelion. Let's think about what we can do.
I would suggest examining the previous victim's corpse. No need to look astonished, gentlemen. As a surgeon, I know the importance of preventive medicine. Rather than...
Think they'll let me into the...
By the main entrance, certainly not.
The sewers.
As often as required for,
alternative treatments.
We can discuss this en route. Are you...
Mm-hmm. I'll get whoever did this, Dandelion.
Thanks.
You lead.
So, preventive medicine. You practice in the sewers. What's that about?
Think. Sewing up drowner victims can grow awfully tedious. Is it not better to nip the problem in the bud? I tried to get the temple guard. Hear that?
Been hearing it for a while. Draw your weapon.
Geralt!
But of course. Yes? What is it? But of course. Yes? What is it? Bench. Lost it. I kill one, another takes its place.
I know how you feel, believe me. Where to now? Up?
Yes, it's not far now.
Priscilla, how's it look? Give it to me straight, no sugarcoating.
Her wounds will heal. It's her voice that concerns me. Surely you understand what a terrible blow that would be to a Trobritz. Enough to strip her of the will to live.
Any remedy for that?
I fear only your friend Dandelion can be of help on that count.
Take the ladder. This is the place. Come, the quicker we take care of this, the better.
Why? Got somewhere to be?
Someone might disturb us. The coroner, for example. Or Reverend Nathaniel Pastodi. Very well. We seek the corpse of a dwarven woodcarver.
Calluses on the fingers, sawdust in the beard, clothes sticky with sap. Must be our dwarf.
Excellent. I trust you don't grow weak in the knees at the sight of blood?
Not a bit. Start the autopsy.
Where?
Let's examine his torso.
What have we here? Deep wound on the left side of his rib cage, and a scar the length of his stomach.
Look at the scar.
Means nothing. Look, no swelling.
Open the abdominal.
Due warning, it would...
Once fought a Zoogle up to my waist and
Formaldehyde. A medical novelty.
Explains why there's no smell of decay. Let's examine the chest wound.
Wait a minute, there's something else.
An egg from an amphibian. A salamander? Scorched but intact.
I attended some lectures in herpetology as a student. Afraid I don't recall any amphibians that would lay eggs in corpses. So, either Professor...
Let's look at his head. Hair smells like it.
Notice anything else? That his...
Those burn marks.
Yes, and some...
Murderer gouged out his eyes, then put burning...
So it seems. Looking at the wound...
Let's examine the mouth.
Just like Priscilla's.
See this?
Indeed, so thin...
A small, extremely...
But why? The wound is too small to bleed, and there are signs of swelling.
See anything interesting on his...
His right foot. The ankle swollen.
Doesn't strike me as the...
Apologies.
His genitals.
I sincerely doubt...
We'll see.
Syphilis, actually. Early...
Think there could be a connection?
Only as the killer's potential.
Look at his hands.
I'd expect so.
Speaking from
Yes, that of a victim.
Some other time, maybe. All right. Think I...
Enlighten me, please, because I've still no notion...
It's some kind of sick ritual. You saw it. Burns in the eye sockets, cavity where the heart should be, scalding liquid, all centering on warmth, heat, fire.
A fire eternal.
It's a lead worth following. Any idea what his name was?
Fabian Meyer. And I'm Hubert Reich, the coroner. I've come to perform the autopsy, but I see you've done it for me, Joachim. As always, you interfere where you're neither needed nor wanted. Drag others into trouble in the process. Who is this?
A student. Lifelong learner.
Very well, speak. But be quick. Reverend Nathaniel has come by for an inspection.
You old friend.
Hubert taught me the...
And not very well. You've still not mastered certain basic principles.
You've not changed a bit.
A compliment?
Woodcarver's body. Where was it found?
Plan to investigate? Exciting. He died in his workshop south of the market square, just beside the gate. But the woodcarver, Eustace the corpse collector, brought us the body. You should speak to him. Saw him just around the corner near... Oh, greetings, Your Reverence.
Who are these people? I believe I made it clear no one's to be allowed...
You did, but...
Out of the question. Show them out at once.
As Your Reverence wishes.
Why'd you cover for us?
I was covering my own arse. If Reverend Nathaniel had learned someone had entered the morgue, then cut open... Well, while I don't approve of your willfulness, I also wish...
Thank you.
Nathaniel.
A scoundrel. A rogue.
Most are scoundrels before...
True in his case as well. Later, Hierarch Hemmelfart appointed him to oversee the morgue.
Might have told me you know that...
I know him, thus I
decide when we're...
An old story, but if you insist... The student protests in 1242, you've heard of them? I led them. Hubert, however, denounced... What will you do now?
Plenty of leads. Woodcarver's workshop, the corpse collector who found him, alley where Priscilla was at...
As do I.
And I'll keep my eye...
Fortunately, Nathaniel had few questions. Any more might have meant trouble. Serious trouble.
Just lost even time for her going to the well.
Swarms of...
You Eustace, the corpse collector?
Aye? How'd you know?
Fourth sense, I think it is.
Fabian.
One of them?
Sure had. Beggars, street urchins, and street...
Some things are best left unsaid.
What do you mean? Reverend...
Shame? Why? You search Fabian?
Well, I cast an eye on his...
I call a spade.
And I call a prick a prick. It's none of your fucking...
Talk. What did you find on him?
As you wish. Triflings, baubles, gloss-beaded ring, handful of coins.
That's human skin. Priscilla. Next victim's name. If you'd given the...
What the fuck do I care what happens to some Oi, fucking hell! What was that for?
For everything.
How's your health, neighbour?
Sold off. Don't know nothing else.
Brother, sister.
Elven blood, eh?
Ah!
Anyone home?
Begone, or I'll sick me hounds on you. Molly, Striga, come!
Relax. I'm here about Fabian Meyer, looking for his killer.
That's altogether different. Sit, you stupid mutts, lie down. Come on in. Slowly now, lest they bite you.
Charming as beast.
You daft? Even I'm scared.
Got someone particular?
Sure as shite. As soon as they'd hauled his corpse off, I run to a mate who raises fighting.
So who might you be?
The Stiff's brother. Gus is the name. We ran.
What'll it be now? Just Meyer?
Name it. I'll be closing it down now. As soon as I find a buyer for this shit. So.
Tell me what you know about.
It was like this. Had some work in Oxenford, and I was coming home. See the soot stains? That's where they burned our sculptures. Folk gather.
Talk to your neighbours. They see anything
Claim not to. But even if they had, they'd not.
Your brother have any...
Well, you were a good dwarf. Craftsman like no other. But you were an incorrigible whoremonger as well. Took to following one in particular. You'd say, "'Tis all your fault, dirty bitch, human dish rag," and other obscenities. Don't rightly know.
Know where I can find her?
City Cemetery. She died a few days back. Quietly.
Fine. We need to look around.
Be my guest.
Statues of the old gods. Nothing but women. Shapely ones. Statues of the old gods. Nothing but women. Shapely ones. Or dragged something heavy. Dragged something across the floor. Statues. Or dragged it from one wall to the other. Repeatedly. Bloodstains.
That's where Fabian lay when they found him.
Mind if I go inside the workshop?
I've not even peeked inside since...
More bloodstains, but not near enough to say he bled to death. Unless somebody got rid of the blood. Left a few stains behind. Doubt Fabian used it. Furniture got knocked over. This looks like it was kicked.
Aye.
Had a look at your...
What?
Mm-hmm. The women especially.
Oh, aye. Fabian's handiwork. I told him, brother. And sell they did. Till one sermon at the temple, and the celebrating reverend said that who's...
Already know what happened. Fabian was in the workshop. Murderer attacked him there. They struck...
I needn't know the
When it was over, the murderer dragged Fabian to the courtyard.
But why?
To teach a lesson. To him. Fine. Won't learn anything.
Oi, Witcher! Told me to say the main door...
Pale. Oh.
Hey, handsome.
You scared?
Grab him!
Sis.
A brazier. This
How
time
am I
of
to
year.
know? Watch him, see what he does.
You're carrion! That's it.
Gotta get around him!
Is it?
What? Lost your nerve?
Son of a whore.
Fucking come on!
Try, Rick.
That's it, you're in for it!
Think you'll gut me too, huh? Up your ass, deviant! Hoes can fight back!
Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt.
Getting vengeance. Well, why are you staring? Have you not heard killers always return to the scene of their crime?
I know. Here to look for
Fear I can't help you much.
You and Priscilla
Friends? Nah. But she saw more. I was looking to give her pouring. Pick up a decent trade. Agreed to put me in her play, you see. Lots of the other actors, they were afraid on account of her jesting about the eternal fire.
Sorry to hear that.
You could do worse as work.
Priscilla wasn't the...
Oh, dearie. This didn't start yesterday. Others have died like...
Recall any names?
They didn't have proper ones. Baldy, curly, buns. That's what folk called them.
Take care now. I gotta look around some more.
Naturally, we'll stand us.
Oh, my head's ringing.
A brazier. This time of year?
Huh? What?
So, what is it?
Take care now. I gotta look around some more.
Naturally.
Human. Priscilla's. Man's footprint. This time of year, maybe. Weight on his heel. Murderer fled before the guards arrived. Ran this way.
Watch it, Tran. Novigrad's not your stomping ground.
A brazier. This time of year? I know that smell. Formaldehyde. I know that smell. Formaldehyde.
I talk too much. Then even time on fire. Father of all.
Geezer, Papa.
Hear my prayer. Wrong.
Anything in vagrants from Velen? Why does the temple guard
Welcome,
man
Master
get-
Witcher.
Geralt, right? I'm glad you're here.
Nice of you.
Because you came unannounced and in unfortunate... Our spiritual caretaker has left...
Von Grad's told...
Ah. Doubtless you've heard how I had the noble lead... People were dying, Witcher. Those who rejected liberty, equality, and fraternity would be... Joachim had been my favorite student, but... Alas, I had to do something. Whereas Joachim... Oh.
How old's Von Grad?
53, I believe.
You look a little young to have been...
Not surprising. For years, I've lived in the cold and dark, breathing the vapors of...
Who's the victim that...
Joris Aquinas, a lecturer in theology at Oxenfurt Academy. Found this more...
Any titles in particular?
It seems all the tomes dealt with the eternal fire.
Yeah, mortal sin. Not fond of...
Very few people. He's cruel and capricious. He stormed in here once, grabbed a scalpel I was sterilizing over a burner. Hard to be fond of some...
Let's start.
Gladly. The wounds can fall. Next, the killer removed the eyes, placed burning coals in the sockets, then opened the...
A message from the murderer. Patricia Vegelbud.
Do you know her?
Yes. Gotta find her, now.
Till next time, Master.
Youth these days.
human, are you? Look for your kind in the old.
They're stealing our work, those Temerians.
Oh!
What do you want?
Need to talk to Patricia.
You think any bump...
Her life's in danger.
If you thought this up...
Always thought a guard was supposed to protect his charge, not his ass.
So be it.
Oh, Geralt, what a pleasant surprise.
Not pleasant at all. I gotta see your mother. Her life's in danger.
In danger? Come now, I saw Mother this morning.
I'm hunting a serial.
Why, even if it's true.
He's exceptionally cruel when he killed. So let's see how she is.
I find this all very... Please.
A fire fit for Bellatane, except it's the wrong time of year.
I mentioned Mother seemed sad. Do you remember? In fact, she's in the midst of a crisis of faith. A rather serious one. We'd been to Novigrad. Mother had seen the pyres in Hierarch Square, but had not a word on our way home. She had all the holy books, insignias, reliquaries gathered, taken outside and burnt. Then she locked herself in her room.
We need to hurry.
Is it not uncomfortable?
Hear that? Calm and quiet. All seems to be in order.
We should go in, just to be sure.
You're relentless, aren't you?
He ran out the other door! Catch him!
You sweat like a swine in that jacket.
Spread out! Murderer's still here!
Bad idea.
bolt? Or I'll put a bolt between your eyes.
Listen, you got the wrong guy.
Save your trickery, taking you to the heiress.
Well, killer's already escaped. Lead the way, hero.
We got him, Lady Ingrid. Wasn't easy, but...
Lower that crossbow before you hurt yourself. This man is innocent.
Forgive me. I saw him running.
I was chasing him, and I'd have caught him if you hadn't gotten in my way.
Out of my sight, at once! Mother! Why did he do this to her? Why?
Because she blasphemed the eternal fire. Ingrid, I know this is a hard time for you, but...
Very well. And let her.
Bruises, broken fingernails. She defended herself. Must be why it took him longer, and why he almost got caught. Here it is. Sweet Nettie, crippled Kate's. Growing bolder, not just the name but the place too. Won't get away this time. Same wounds as the previous victims. Examination would be a waste of time. Gotta get to crippled Kate's, fast.
Careful, you scamp. This is no regret. Sick of little back doors.
Wanna bite me, Wolfie?
What's the hurry, Mud Queen?
Sweet Nettie, where is she?
Upstairs. But she's with...
I was thinking the asshole doing you.
Something rigs with
The thinking...
I'll give you the what we're staying
Let's
into.
deal
You've got
with
to
this
love
second.
each other first.
Should I tell the temple
Hey
guard?
there, handsome.
Absolutely.
It's a material world.
No one will hear you, bitch. Not a soul.
You, though? Whole town will hear you in a minute.
Yet again you disturb me. And I so dislike being disturbed.
I was to play with sweet Nettie, render her not so sweet, but I shall see to you first.
First, gotta tell me why you do it.
For pleasure. Satisfaction.
Achievable with whores in a lot of ways, many traditional. Doesn't take killing them, trust me.
Who said anything about killing? I could stop at a few burns. 3rd degree, but still. This rosy skin will roast quite well.
Spare me your lies. I've seen your victims. I know how they end. You don't stop. Not unless someone gets in your way. Like I'm doing now.
What the fuck are you on about?
Murder. You killed Fabian Meyer, Patricia Vegelbud, and many others.
Bollocks. You're mistaken, vagrant.
Found a message on Patricia's body. Led me here to crippled Kate's. To sweet Nettie. If you didn't leave it, who did?
I don't know. But I see we must talk. Calmly.
Who knew you'd be here?
Strangely enough, I don't announce these outings far and wide. There's but one man who... That's impossible. He treats even corpses with kid gloves.
The coroner. Said you were busy, that you wouldn't visit the morgue. Gotta go after him.
Go. But to Warehouse 12 at the docks. He's there this time of day procuring supplies. Formaldehyde. I shall stay here. I've unfinished business with sweet Nettie. After all, I paid in advance.
You'll untie her, drop your coin pouch on the table, then leave here and never come back.
Yes, I will.
Good boy.
Ooh.
No discounts, no credit.
Run out of formaldehyde.
I underestimated you. You almost caught me in flagrante delicto. Now you've seen through my bluff with Nathaniel. Although, you've not divined all, I see. Had you, you would have drawn your silver sword.
What are you?
A vampire. Higher, of course.
Got a reason for killing? A reason to torture?
I thought you'd figure that out as well. The symbolism's rather obvious. Coals for those who are blind to the fire. The egg of a salamander born of fire to replace their cold, doubting hearts. Fire down the throat that...
Yeah, symbolism's clear. What's not is why a vampire would kill in the name of the eternal fire.
Should be equally obvious. I concur with the Church's diagnosis. Novigrad is a fallen city. its population amnesiacs to the very concepts of decency and morality. So I decided to remind them, in a manner they'd be certain to notice.
Tortured logic.
Yet logic, nonetheless. I'm glad you perceived that, at least. Fight fire with fire, as they say. Give a thought to my victims. A lecherous woodcarver who'd spend his last copper on whores. An old countess who defiled symbols of the faith. A Trebirates for whom nothing was sacred, nothing above ridicule. They did not deserve to live. But their deaths could be a lesson to others. Awaken them, scare them onto the correct path, the path to the fire, to cleansing, to salvation. For you, I'm afraid it's too late. You are a man of little faith. I sense this.
But I'm pretty good with a sword.
Pretty good. Might not cut it.
Wanna dip the dingle?
Kills me!
Thanks for your help, Carol. We'd not have nabbed the bastard otherwise.
Got pissed like a racehorse. Oh, he's a war veteran.
Well, put up with the library.
prime filly.
Oh!
Ow!
Life, you gotta take risks and not get back.
How's...
Better, right?
Yes.
Did you take care of what I asked?
Yeah. The Witcher's way.
Thank you, Geralt. From me and Priscilla.
Did my part. Your turn now. Take care of her. Good care.
I will. You'll see. Treat her better than the Dryads of Brokilon could.
She's talking again. Nice surprise.
Isn't it? Professor von Gratz told me her wounds are healing faster than a troll's. Not the most flattering comparison, but encouraging. Maybe she might even sing again someday. For now, we'll try performing as a duo. She'll play the lute, I'll sing. Dandelion and Calinetta. Got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Sounds great. Good luck, Dandelion. On stage and off.
Sorry, Geralt. My throat's still quiet.
Say no more.
Geralt?
Get well soon.
Geralt? 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 Geralt?
Yes, Geralt?
Found and killed them. It was Hubert. You were right not to trust him. He was a...
I thought nothing could surprise me. Thank you, Geralt.
Hubert told me about your...
I've not time for...
Any truth to his claim that people died?
I was young and stupid. I thought...
Why is the university...
Because it suits Radovid. The rector wished to grant him an honorary doctorate. The faculty disagreed. Nonetheless, Radovid arrived for the ceremony, donned a gown, collected his diploma, and when it was over, imprisoned the deans and the entire academics.
I've been at Vilmerius Hospital ever since.
Know another surgeon from Oxenford Academy.
And a hopeless idealist. Naturally, I know.
Any idea where she is?
My gut tells me she's somewhere along the front, patching...
Farewell.